Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Kevin from Kevin's Corner. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. I'm Virstyne from YouTube, from Chute Talk. Ha, ho. So anyway, what am I going to talk about? So I had a really nice suggestion from a subscriber saying that I should get a YouTube, no, I'm sorry, a P.O. box. And I did, because I guess some people are iffy about like PayPal and some of the other electronic modes of payment. So I have a P.O. box. It's in the bottom along with the rest of the donation links. Yeah, so thank you. Sometimes I listen to my subscribers, other times I don't, but you know, I always love suggestions. Some people have really good suggestions, and you know, I got another one asking me to tone down my cursing because they thought I might lose credibility. And I appreciate the comment. I'm not mad or anything, and I'm not being snarky, but I've thought about it. I've gone back and forth, and my conclusion for the moment is I'm not going to curse. I usually don't curse when I have guests on. When every guest, I'm not going to curse at them or curse in their presence usually. Maybe I've slipped. I'm not going to say I've been totally clean, but for the most part, I know I really make an effort when I have guests on not to curse. And when I do the mini movies, I don't curse in those. But when I'm ranting, it's on, because I need some catharsis. I need to I need to let go. And I think a lot of the things that are going on, I think it's okay to be mad. Okay, like we're dealing with psychopaths, so I think it's okay. Like I don't think psychopaths deserve clean words. You know, they're psychopaths, right? So it's so funny because I'll get, you know, I'll be on like YouTube or social media, and there'll be people that would just be like, oh, we'll see, like, you know, don't use bad words because you don't want the pro-vaxxers or the other side to think that we're classy. I'm like, but they curse you out all day. They say the most horrible things to parents who have injured children. They'll rag on their injured children. They'll call them names. They'll curse them out. They'll follow them, you know, they'll follow them to their work web pages and harass them. They'll call CPS on them. They'll wish measles on them, call them every name but a child of God. Yet we can't use like one F-bomb when we're like discovering, I mean, when we're talking about them. No, dude, I think it's okay to be mad about a lot of this stuff. It's okay. It's okay that you blindly trusted the medical industry, and your child now is a zombie that gives himself or herself feces facials, right? And bangs his head on the wall until it cracks open, right? And you go everywhere now, and you're facing discrimination because people are discriminatory against special needs kids or vaccine injured kids, right? And you're in financial ruin because of all the treatments that you have to, all the money you have to spend on treatments just to keep them alive, right? Or you're divorced, your marriage is gone because this vaccine injured situation has put a huge stress on the relationship. Your life's over, right? Now, it's okay to be mad. It's okay, okay? It's really okay to call these assholes for what they are, okay? It's okay. So when I think about stuff like that, I just think that there are enough people with, you know, that are very clean, that don't curse, that are very scientific, that are very, you know, I can't think of the word. There's another word I'm searching for. Articulate. I think I'm articulate enough. I mean, just because I curse doesn't mean I'm not articulate. I do mention a lot of scientific stuff. I don't just come up here and curse and then I'm like done. Like that Eddie Murphy when he was in, oh my God, I gotta make an Eddie Murphy reference. If you ever seen, I think it's Delirious, when he talks about Bill Cosby called him up and got mad at him because his son wanted to see his show. And, I guess he cursed his son, he cursed, and his son was like upset. Anyway, I just want to tangent, but it's okay to be angry about that stuff. And I think that you know, enough people are clean, even mannered, even tone, kill tone, maybe that's what I'm trying to say, that is also getting this message out. And I'm speaking to the people who kind of align more with me, because there are a lot of people that think like me. They want to curse, and maybe they're not gonna, you know, you gotta go in certain situations. Like I'm not gonna go on public television and curse. I'm not gonna, you know, be thuggy on, like, you know, when I did the debate with those people on Halsey's news network, I didn't curse. I wanted to, because they were being fucking assholes. Not all of them, but you know. he was being a dick. So I wanted to curse him out, but I realized at that moment in time that I'm representing other people, so I'll have a clear head. But there are people that, you know, not everybody is going to vibe with somebody that's speaking perfect English and has a clean mouth all the time. There are other people that do resonate with people that do curse. So I guess that's my market. I guess that's the people that I feel like I'm supposed to attract to this information. While other people, you know, Andrew Wakefield, he doesn't curses. He doesn't curse. You know, I'll watch his lectures. He draws a type of intellectual crowd to his work, and, you know, more like that. So, you know, if I curse when I'm talking about some of this stuff and you feel like you can't, like, I don't know, share it with your church group, either, you know, you have the ability to put this information out in a way that doesn't involve profanity if that really offends you, or two, maybe you should also kind of reevaluate, like, you know, if you have a group of friends that are so judgmental, if I'm putting out all this information and I drop one F-bomb and you find it so offensive, you know, as opposed to the information I'm trying to tell you that you feel like you can't share it with your friends, maybe you need to evaluate your friends. You know, like, if I'm telling you that they're aborted fetuses in vaccines, and now it's been discovered that they're integrating into our DNA and causing all sorts of autoimmune diseases, and then I'm like, that's some fucking bullshit, because it is. But you're like, oh, I can't share this information because she said fucking bullshit. But all the other information is factual. She backed it up with links. But I can't share it because I'm afraid of what my friends think about me. I mean, either find another source, I guess, that, you know, exposes this information. Or if I'm the only one that's doing it, but you feel I can't share it, you can't share it. I mean, I maybe you need to reevaluate that situation, because I don't really, you know, I think that there are people too that kind of are too snobby, and, you know, they're judgmental too. You know, maybe they have an issue if that, you know, I can understand why cursing can be a turnoff, but at the same time, where it's, you know, where everything has to be perfect, where I can't, you know, express my anger. There are people that don't even, like, you know, they've told me, oh, I shouldn't even write with large caps. I was like, are you kidding me? When has large caps ever, like, offended anybody, you know? And I mean, they're just people that, you know, it takes different types, different strokes for different folks. So knowing that, you know, like I said, I'm not going to curse in the mini movies. I'm not going to curse when I'm guest on. I'm not going to curse when I make appearances with other people. I don't go and curse on other people's channels, but on my channel, I'm going to do what I want. So I appreciate it. But, you know, some people, it might make me appear less credible, but really I'm not interested in those people if they're that judgmental. If they're just like, oh, you know, I can, you know, but, and then there are other people that are just like, you know, they're like, yeah, I like that she curses, or they feel like they can't curse because, you know, they have to keep it clean where they are. This is like their, you know, release, their catharsis. They can watch this channel and, like, live vicariously through my curse words. Okay. But yeah, so, and even my mom, like, you know, my mom doesn't like me cursing. So a lot, I respect that. So I just, if I know I'm cursing in a video, I don't send it to her. That's it, you know. I don't curse in front of her. I don't curse at her. I respect it. I respect, you know, but in my territory, I'm going to do what I want. I didn't curse when I was a teacher. I didn't curse kids out. I wanted to. Some deserve it, you know. I definitely got cursed out by kids without even instigating cursing, you know. But, you know, that's it. I don't know why I went on that tangent about cursing. So I wanted to make this video talking about the P.O. box. So that's done. The cursing and all that stuff, and it takes different strokes for different folks. We're in a war, right? We're in a war right now. We're in an information war. We're in a spiritual war. We're in a cold civil war. We're in a war. So it takes different types of people to fight from different sides, if that makes sense. So the person that had the comment, I just want to elaborate on that, because you're not the only person that's told me that. But I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm just, I wanted to give you, I responded to you in the comments, but I also was thinking about it a little more, and I want to give other people that might have, you know, that criticism, my feedback, or why. But when you know, other things you tell me, you give me ideas, you guys send me links, like the P.O. box. I cut off the last guy that I had, Curtis, I'm so sorry. I'm working on that. I know Alex Jones does that. And I look at, and I love Alex Jones, like when he has guests on. I don't really watch anymore, but when I did, he would have great guests on, and he would always cut them off. It would drive me crazy because I wanted to hear what they said. And now I'm doing it, and I feel so bad. I apologize. He's coming back on in December because he has another event coming up where he has a debate, so I invited him back on. And my mom was even yelling at me about cutting him off, and I called my mom up today, and I was like, I'm gonna work on that. April, the co-founder, she was telling me that I'm gonna work on it, and people have said that in the comments. I'm working on it, but I have more of a strategic plan to work on not doing that now that I've set in place. So next interview after American Joe, I'm gonna really, really like hold my excitement in and let them talk first, and I'll make notes and come back to that. Okay, I'm working on it. I hear you. I know that was rude. I've seen other people do it. People have done it to me. It drives me crazy. And I think you just get, so excited, or your brain's working so fast, so you don't want to miss anything, or you have a question, you just want to jump in. But I definitely will work on that. What else? That's it, I guess, you guys. I just want to keep you updated. I'm not really watching the news that much. I'm pulling out stories here and there. But I also want to say this too, like, what, or like I said, I stopped watching the news, but I'm very, it's just driving me crazy. Right? Like, I want to say a lot of you guys that are watching YouTube channels, or that are thinking about starting your own channel too, you got to take a break from some of this sometimes, because you end up forgetting what you're fighting for, right? We're fighting for our family, our friends, people we love. We're fighting for art, for good music, for, things that inspire and move you. Because if we live in a world where people are, or the government's controlling everything, or the tech companies are controlling everything, we're not going to be free. We're fighting for our freedom on so many different ways, and you have to think about what that freedom involves. It involves being able to go anywhere I want, where I want, without having to conform to certain rules that disempower me, right? Being able to make enough money to survive, to have a place, to hang out with friends, to create. You have to think about why you're doing what you're doing. So a lot of times you're inundated with the news, which is, I just saw this great, I know I'm going in tangents, but I just saw this great exchange with Luke Rudkowski and James Corbett of the Corbett Report, and they were talking about the media and how it's like this trauma-based mind control. Right? And it's true, right? You turn it on, you can even find evidence of the alpha waves and how it actually changes your brain chemistry. And then you have, they're always talking about negative stories, right? They're always hyping you up. A lot of these people, these lefties that are like losing their minds, because they're pretty much plugged into the TV too. Like, every time, if you turn on CNN and they're telling you that this, this country's being destroyed, and that, the president is a racist and he wants to put everybody, in concentration camps and slaves, and he's going to lead us to war, and this is the end of our country. If you're hearing that every day, 24/7, you might start to believe it, right? You might start to go crazy. So, it's not really healthy, even if you're analyzing this stuff. This is the Luke Rudkowski and the James Corbett. He was saying, as a news analyst, as somebody that was a journalist and trying to analyze CNN every day, he was going, and he knew that they were lying, but still it was driving him crazy, because they lie all the time, right? And it's like, they're just lying after lying after lying, and it's just really hard to catch all of their lies. But the good thing is, even one person or a few people might catch some of their lies, and then they'll start to distrust them, and then they'll start to look into what they lied about, because now they've lost that trust. So, sometimes I try and, counter something that the news says, but I can't be doing it every day. Everything they lie about everything. I would have no life. I'd be obsessive. And if you're somebody that's sitting there thinking about all the lies and stuff, go out and go walk. Go play Frisbee in the park. Go to the beach, wherever you are. I don't know. Get some fresh air. Go get a drum circle. you know, play music with some friends. You know, you have to get out of like this bubble, this matrix. Like, even though if you're woke, you can still become, you know, that paranoid dude with the tinfoil hat on their head. If that makes sense, like living in a hole in the ground because you're paranoid about everything. Because you've also lost touch with you've lost touch about the things that matter, and which is another tool of the elite, the Illuminati too, is to kill your spirit, right? So you got to take care of your spirit. You got to take care of your mentality. If you see something that upsets you, or even if you go out and protest, if you argue with somebody, I've been meaning to tell you guys this. This is what I do too. I listen to music sometimes, uplifting music. Don't listen to like angry rap music. It's going to keep you in that state, okay? Or angry metal music. I'm not saying that's bad. You know, if you need to get some anger out, fine. But if you're like, you know, listen to something that's going to make you, that's going to fill your spirit, that's going to re-energize you. And a lot of times I've noticed, since I've been more aware of this, if I have an argument or encounter, or if I'm sad about something, and I listen to music, or I'll listen to comedy. I'm big on comedy because I got to laugh it out. I feel the laughter like, and this might sound crazy, but I swear this is the best way I can explain it. I feel the laughter like soaks up all of the negative energy in my body, if that makes sense. It's like if you all go outside and you get dirty, right? So imagine the dirt is like the negative energy. You got to take a shower and wash it off. So you got to do the same thing when you're in a negative situation. You got to like listen to music, do exercise. Exercise is really good for that too. Some kind of exercise, running, you know, hard, something, martial art, whatever. That's good. Listen to music, doing something nice for somebody. That helps a lot too. So anyway, that's my tangent, big old tangent. I was jumping around everywhere. I hope it made sense. If it didn't make sense, let me know in the comments. This is getting too long. I have some more interviews coming up pretty soon, and stay tuned, y'all. All right, peace and love. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Mwah.